Okay, we can start with Craig. First question for Craig tonight.
Before the game, you were asked about Ian. Just how would you describe that at bat against a pitcher that in the regular season he's typically struggled against?
Yeah, Ian. I'm just so happy for Ian. I think it was great for Ian to have the playoff moment that he deserved, and it was a huge swing, and the first thing I would say is the crowd was incredible tonight. I mean, I've never seen a baseball game like that. That was just amazing what they did tonight, and we offensively we did a really nice job of putting pressure on them often, and the crowd picked up on that, I thought, consistently, and they were awesome with it, and we just made them uncomfortable. We just made every pitch uncomfortable, and that's what you're supposed to do.
A few more for Craig. Scott, third row.
Craig, Kyle had 2 hits yesterday, had 2 hits and a home run and 2 walks today. What does it mean to into the lineup and just to your presence overall to have him back producing like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's when you see consistent pressure. I think it's people like Kyle that are so good at, like, every at bat is just a hard out, a very difficult out, and that's what Kyle showed you today. And obviously had the big swing with the home run, but on base 4 times. And it's important. It's part of why, at times this has been a really, really good offense, and he's a big part of it.
Kyle.
Craig, Matthew giving you guys 4 2/3 scoreless. Just, what did you see from him out there today in the elimination game?
I thought the first inning was just so important tonight, and the Yelich draws a walk. And then he makes pitches, but just getting through the first inning was the key to me. The key for Matthew's outing, and then as it went on, you just saw like the landing the slow breaking ball early in the count to get ahead. I thought was kind of the difference, right? And it just puts the hitter on what Matthew's so good at is kind of that hard soft combination that gets the hitter in between, and the landing whether it be the slow breaking ball or the changeup early, let him kind of play with the hitter's timing, and he did a really nice job of it.
Here on the right side, second row.
Craig, we know that Matthew's really good pitching here, 12-1 this year at Wrigley. What part of Wrigley do you think he feeds off the most?
Yeah, I mean, you guys said that before the game. I didn't realize it was 12-1. That's pretty awesome. It's more than I thought. I'm not sure. I mean, I think you should ask Matt that. But he delivered a great one tonight. I know it was really important to him after game 1 of how he pitched tonight, and he gave us exactly what we needed. Danny gave a kind of a mid-game save, so to speak, getting Churio out second and third. But he put the game in order. Matt, he put the game in order, and it was a job well done.
Zoe here on the right, third row.
Craig, Drew Pomeranz has thrown, I think, 5 perfect innings now this postseason. Just what has he meant, to this team, especially in this run?
Yeah, I mean, I think Drew was the guy kind of that I really thought was going to be important to this bullpen in the postseason. I think he finished the season throwing the ball really, really well, and he's got the ability to turn it up a notch, and I think we've seen that in the postseason. And lefty, righty, to me it doesn't matter right now, and you're seeing that in the swings that guys are taking. So, the way we're running games, we need everybody. And Drew has certainly become a integral cog in that kind of bullpen decisions, and he's handling his innings. And I think what you said is right. Is like he's handled his innings perfectly, and that means something as well.
Kyle.
Craig, Matt Shaw entered today hitless, and for him to have, I believe he was 2 for 3. Just kind of what did you see from him today, and just how important is it for him to just see some success at the plate?
Yeah, I mean, like the first hit is just a a hustle hit. The second hit was a tough pitch, right? A ball down in the zone, but the kind of hit that Matt's done for us, and that's just to put the ball in play and see what happens type of hit. But his defense is, he's stayed in the lineup because his defense has been so darn good. And in low-scoring run environments, that's important. But obviously, offensively, to make a contribution, you feel so much better going to sleep at night.
Fourth row on the right.
What was the message to the team after tonight's win?
It was pack your bags. We get to pack our bags, man. That's all we wanted to do today is pack our bags. We get to pack our bags.
Standing up, back left.
Craig, obviously, winner take all comes Saturday night. There's pressure, but it's also fun at the same time. Can you just, preview what that game will be like for everybody?
Yeah, I mean, we were in this game last week, Thursday, so it's the same game. And we had to fight our way to get into it. And I think the guys are fired up to pack their bags, no doubt about it. And we had to earn 2 hard-fought wins. We did that, and now we get the opportunity and the fun of getting to go close out a series.
Any last ones for Craig? All right, Craig, we'll see you back in Milwaukee.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get started with Matthew Boyd, Kyle Tucker, Ian Happ. First question for these guys. Start with Megan down here on the right.
Matt, just to start, just how would you describe not only just the environment tonight, the atmosphere, but just your ability to bounce back from game one and what you were able to do?
Yeah, the atmosphere was amazing tonight. We got the best fans in baseball, and it was electric. I mean, we've been feeding off them since April, but tonight was another level, and that was super special. And, man, Carson was great behind the plate today. He called a great game. He was a step ahead of him. I can't give him enough props. It was just he was dialed in and made the necessary adjustments, and we just executed the game plan, and it worked out.
Kyle.
Ian, Craig said he was happy for you that you had your playoff moment with the 3-run homer. Just kind of given your struggles this postseason, just how did it feel to have that moment in the first inning?
Yeah, it felt great. The guys have been carrying me all postseason, and so to contribute and do it in that way, in that moment to give us the lead was awesome for me. It was a really cool moment at Wrigley.
Scott in the third row.
Ian, along those lines, you're the longest tenured guy here by Cub time. What does it mean to have this moment for you and in front of this atmosphere on top of them?
Yeah, I think just to contribute and give Boyder a lead there. But yeah, to do it in this atmosphere in the stadium in front of these fans, like Matt said, they've been here every day. It doesn't matter. It's Tuesday in the middle of June. They're here. There's 40,000 people here, and so to give them that experience and to hear that roar was really special.
Russell, third row on the left.
Ian, with your history against Freddie Peralta, going into that at-bat, are you thinking about those previous matchups to get yourself prepared? Is it maybe more recent history or a mixture of the
Yeah, mixture of both. I've had a ton of at-bats against him. He's had my number quite a bit. But, I got him in Milwaukee on a fastball, so I kind of knew that he was going to go, we went change-up to start the at-bat there. I knew it was probably going to be a lot more soft stuff. I was able to get a fastball on that at-bat to hit.
Stay here on the right side, second row.
Matt, we know you've been phenomenal at Wrigley this year, but what part of the atmosphere, what part of all that today did you feed off the most?
It's just right from the jump. You're going out there to jog to warm up, and jogging out to warm up, and the bleachers are just going crazy for you. And to look up and the moon's already up. It's dark out there, and the fans have your back 40 minutes to game time. There's nothing like that. It's really special. They create such an environment here, and it makes it a great place to play when you're a Cubby, and it's a hard place to play when you're not, and it's special.
Come back to Megan in the front.
Kyle, this team has obviously been very good in the first inning and scoring runs. Just how important did you feel what you guys were able to do in the later innings to give a little bit more breathing room and maybe make Milwaukee feel like they really weren't in it?
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, every run, in the playoffs is huge. No matter how you get them, it's big time. So just keeping it moving down the line. I mean, we just try and put up good at bats from beginning, first pitch to the end of the game, and just keep it rolling down the line and just pass it on to the next guy and just put as much pressure on the other team as possible to try and get out of a jam. And we just try and do our best to not let that happen. So it's nice to contribute and just have competitive at bats, whether it's a walk, single, moving a guy over, whatever it is, just try and score some runs.
Go to the fourth row in the middle.
For Ian and Kyle, you guys have been in a lot of big games in the postseason. You have a day off now. How does the pressure work? How do the emotions work? How do you kind of deal with those? Where, all right, you've even the series now. There's one game left. How do you deal with those emotions and that pressure?
I think the experience that we have in the room, guys that have done it, Tuck, JT, Dansby, you guys that have been there, you lean on those guys and their experiences. I think the playing already, 3 elimination games, I think it gives you a little bit of peace and gives the guys in the room, we've had our backs against the wall. And so, take that day to rest and then get back after it.
Yeah, I think you just keep the same mindset and just keep grinding. You just got to win every single game and just try and win every single at bat and every pitch. So, we're just going to try and keep doing our thing. I know it's an off day tomorrow, but you just keep the same attitude and mindset going into the next day and just try and take it from there.
Russell, third row on the left.
Tuck, your first homer since before you went on the IL in September. Do you feel like the swing is starting to get back to where you want it going into Game 5?
Yeah, I feel good. I'm swinging at pitches I want to swing at and, laying off some of the other ones. It's not always going to go your way, but as long as you can, go up there and have a chance and put yourself in good spots, you're at least giving yourself a shot. So I'm just trying to put up some competitive at-bats, whether it's a walk or, single or just trying to move a guy over. But, obviously, take some barrels and, get on base and score some runs. So I'm just trying to do my best at all that.
Go back to the second row on the right here.
Matt, when Palencia comes in, obviously he brings some energy with him. He's throwing 100 miles per hour. How impressive, how important is it to have that energy after you come out to keep that going?
It's huge. I think, Danny brings energy every time he takes them out. You know what I mean? He's a spark plug for us. So that was a huge pitch to come in there and make that pitch against, Churio, who's been hitting the ball really well. And, no moment is, too big for him. He knows what he expects of himself when the ball's in his hand, regardless of what's going on. And it's, can't speak enough, highly enough about him. What he's done this year has just been so impressive.
Any last one for these guys? All right, congrats on the win. We'll
Thank
see you
you,
back
guys.
in Milwaukee.
Thanks.